Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Valentine Eve week. No Pod Just Cash Show, your weekly hangout, man. Thanks for hanging with us. As y'all know, it is Valentine's Day week. And with me this week is my loved ones, my crew. Show, what's up?
Hey man, cool as a fan trying to make 100 grand. You know what I'm saying?
Okay now. Mike, what you know?
Man, ain't that. I'm just marinating, bro. Like a turkey before Thanksgiving. I'm just marinating.
L, what the L is going on this week? What's going on for Valentine's Day?
Oh, that's why I got my red on. I'm representing.
I just say that.
Everybody in love.
What?
Okay.
Not me.
But look here, before we get into this topic, there, Elle had a little question for us off set, but we decided we want to put it out here for the audience to hear.
Get it, 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 hey, get it, get it, get it, hey, get it, get it, get it, get it, yeah, get it, get it on my soul. Ain't no letting up.
So yeah, what was your question?
So my question was, I was asking you guys, what were you expecting from your loved ones for Valentine's Day? And I asked this question because I hear a lot of guys say Valentine's Day is just not for the ladies, it's for the men too. So what are you guys expecting, if anything?
Well, I guess I'll start. Yes, I totally agree with that statement. Valentine's Day is not just for the ladies, because every kiss can't start with K. Sometimes the kiss got to start with KT. You know what I mean? Why can't we get some of them nice diamonds and necklaces on the commercial?
Oh, wow.
Hey, why we can't get a cookie? Not just the cookie.
What's a cookie?
That's right. That's right. I'm talking about that doggone American cookie. You remember when you do be in high school, but
the whole
ball just be packed full of cookies, man.
That's some good stuff there, man.
I ain't never had a cookie in years. I mean, I'm just letting my wife know I want a cookie.
Well, don't stop with the cookie. Go on and get you some balloons.
And
some flowers as well.
Yes.
I don't think it takes that much.
No.
Nah, you go.
Listen, me tell you something. One thing about me is smoke don't ego. Give me balloons. I want some cookies. And your cookie.
The red roses too.
Oh, you want too many cookies? Wait a minute.
I just asked for 2 cookies. I said a cookie and
too many cookies.
No, he said he named a couple different cookies. So
I did. I said I want a cookie and your cookie.
That's 2 cookies.
Well, then fine
then. Cookies?
Well, hey, I ain't on no diet. I can have more than one cookie. I ain't on no diet.
Hey man, look. You know, you gotta keep it traditional, man.
Right.
When I was in elementary school, man, we had, Valentine's Day. Our mom would take us to the local grocery store, whatever. We get some cards, some candy to give out to the students, the female students. You understand? We, as young fellas, little boys, whatever you want to call us back at the time, we were more just givers. We made sure that the girls, the young ladies were happy. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm a traditional type of fella. You know what I'm saying? So I had to keep it traditional. For me, I'm sorry about to say Thanksgiving. Valentine's Day is a time of giving for the guys to give to the ladies. You understand me? That being said, I ain't never just like feeling no way because I'm not getting anything. First of all, I'm not expecting anything. I definitely not asking for anything. You know what I mean? I feel like Valentine's Day is one of them days where, like Smoke said, you getting the cookies. You know what I'm saying? The proverbial cookie. I'm cool with just that. That's all I really want. I'm on mind with that. But as far as like gifts, I'm like, so what? You want flowers? You want you like I said, you want balloons? Like for a man, like I don't get it. Like you want a tennis bracelet? You know what I'm saying? You want a promise ring? Like I'm sorry, man. I'm from
old. I think what you're doing, you're trying to put it to where the man should get the same type of gifts as a woman. There are gifts that men can get for Valentine's Day that don't have to call for balloons,
Exactly.
tennis bracelets,
Okay, here's the
diamond
thing.
rings.
May I
He
say
get-
this?
Hey, and he get a regular watch. He
May I
get
say
a new
this?
wallet.
That's called
He-
Christmas. It's no longer Valentine's Day. When a man start receiving stuff for Valentine's Day, bro, that is
I
now
heard you make the
Christmas.
statement.
Talk that talk, Eno.
You know what I'm talking
Okay,
about? That is
yeah,
now
I know whatever. But see, what I do know that y'all are younger than me and smoke. So let me bring you up to speed. I heard you said
Christmas.
when you was in school,
Right.
y'all went and got the cards and gave it to the young ladies. Now, me and Smoke known each other for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Smoke, tell me if I'm wrong. Did you get a card one time in elementary school? I know I did.
I got just as many.
I
as
got the little
everybody
card.
class.
Say, would you be my Valentine?
Yeah.
I got that before.
With one of them little nasty marshmallow hearts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Ben, you
so-
can get a card and
no,
you'll
but-
fine.
but
The
to
card.
say-
Good.
Well, that
But
is.
to make it just
Female
it doesn't
thing.
have to be that I need to get something that I would get her. But the fact that you just showing, okay, I'm not just gonna give you something that I always give you when it's not Valentine's Day. I want to show you that I think of you also. See, that goes to the man deserves attention too sometimes. You know, you got a man that works hard, he provides, he makes sure the house is straight, and you telling me that you can't get me a bottle of cologne or even not even that. Just handing me a card, and it don't even have to be nothing in the card.
Ben,
Just a Valentine's Day card.
problem solved.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but don't make it like we don't supposed to get nothing, because that's definitely wrong. Because
Yeah.
if we don't get y'all nothing, are we right or wrong?
So
what
my
I'm saying
thing
is you're just celebrating love. It's the celebration of
Okay,
love. It's
So
not a
my
female
question
holiday.
is, can you
Here's
go
the
to your
thing.
woman? Can
Mhm.
you go to your woman and say, you know what? All I'm gonna give you is me. That's
can
all
do
I'm gonna give you.
Love, girl. That's
That's
all
it.
you'll get from me is love.
That's it.
I could do that. It may not be well received, but I can, I can do
That's
it.
All right,
the point.
then. That's the
That's
point.
the point.
That's the
But
point.
this
is the point.
That's the point.
But
We're
this is
missing out
their
on
day,
what the
though. So,
definition
I
of it
get
is.
it,
It's
I
not
get
their holiday.
It-
Valentine
And
is
then-
love. It's not a female
Right.
holiday.
Okay, it's like chivalry, right? So
No.
when I
it's
open
like
the door
love.
when I open the door for my girl, y'all feeling away like I want open my door sometime too. Can you open my door sometime?
Now, that's
that ain't
two-
what we
that's
said.
two
You know what I'm
different
saying?
things.
It's like-
That's
I
not
feel-
what we said. We've
Chivalry,
already explained the
man.
chivalry
yeah,
for me.
chivalry is
It's
not
not a-
Valentine's Day. You can't even. You
No,
can't even.
man,
You
you
can't
Let's
even
just say
compare
this
that.
though, as the
You
You
only,
should be
as
doing
as the
that year
only
round,
lady,
brother.
Yeah,
as
that's
the
year
only
round.
lady
man.
on the show, can I just say this? Can we just have this day?
Get to
Like,
We have a lot of
we
days.
No.
hold on one second. We exchange for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
You get something for your birthday. I get something for my birthday.
Mhm.
Can I just have this, please?
Right.
Wait a minute.
I
So
mean,
wait a
yeah.
minute. Wait a minute. You
Yeah, 'cause
can't
you
have
got
it.
Mother's Day.
Thank you. By myself, can I have it by myself? That's what I'm saying.
No,
No,
no.
that ain't how that works.
Yeah, that's
But that ain't.
that's-
That's not. That's not the
Yeah,
celebration
that
of.
ain't
Because
how
that's
that
not the
works.
celebration of love. If
You get 'em,
Valentine's
it's not the
Day is
celebration
about
of love.
celebrating love, it ain't no one way street on that. It's a
So you
two-way
the
street.
only one that's getting love.
And
So maybe my heart is just cold. I ain't gonna say I don't need
It's
to feel
not.
love, but I don't need to like feel all that mushiness when it comes to Valentine's Day.
It's
You know
not
what I'm
really.
saying?
It's not
I
about
know how I
mushy.
feel. I know how I feel about you. And if you don't get me flowers, a card, if you don't get me all
You
that
keep
stuff,
throwing
if you don't get
flowers
me a
out there,
tennis
bro.
You trying to
bracelet,
throw
if you don't
flowers
get me
and
no
all that, man.
candy,
Come on, man.
I'm gonna be all right.
Now, either one of
I'm a
us said we
man.
wanted
I'm gonna be
flowers.
good.
We ain't nobody
I
want
want
no
to make
flowers
sure
here,
that
man. You
I want to make
you
sure that
saying
my
man.
lady is in a really comfortable place, you know, because
She
because women are more emotional. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of activates those emotions.
Wait
you
a
know what
minute.
I'm saying?
I thought we was more emotional.
Man, now come on, don't do that, man.
No, we ain't. No.
Nah, bro.
You lost me right there.
That ain't us,
Smoke.
dog. That ain't us.
I be
I was
hearing
on your
women.
side for a minute, bro.
I be hearing women say we be more emotional than them.
Mm,
They
man.
probably think that.
Correction,
Never
They probably
did.
think that because we feel like we deserve something. Valentine's.
Correction, sensitive.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's all about the yeah. So that's my whole point. Like, I'm
So,
okay with
okay.
giving them that
So-
day. That's
so-
their day. That's yours.
Show
boo.
said
Had
he's
it.
fine with a card. Problem solved.
That
Here's
is.
your card.
Are you gonna
Okay.
cook too?
Bro.
Are you gonna cook too?
You gonna sign
Are
it?
you gonna cook too? Do we have to go out to dinner?
You didn't ask for that. You said a card.
No. Listen, see, you like to try to make it a one thing. situation. I was just giving an example.
Because I mean, we can just exchange cards and say that's how we
Yeah,
roll.
both of us.
Both of us.
That's all I got to get.
You
You
get a
get
card, I get a card.
No,
Yeah.
because see,
Yeah.
you said no, because you said you were found with the car. She probably not saying that.
No, no.
Okay.
She,
Well,
no,
listen.
No.
If that's what I walk
Car
in the
and
Yes,
what
it
else?
we're asking what you saying.
What I'm saying?
What you saying? Because you already said a little bit now. So go on and finish what you really saying. We don't get nothing. You get everything. That's what you just said, right?
I'm not saying you have to shower me with
I
things.
would. I know.
I mean,
would.
just diamonds all
Really?
over. I'm not
Really?
saying
You're
that.
not saying
Really?
that?
No, I'm not saying that. But I'm trying to understand why we can't just have this.
Okay. So watch this.
Give it
You
to
the
him.
only one gonna get something. Oh, he come in with a card. How you feel?
Well, no, because that's not what we talked about. You said
But-
you
but
was
I'm
fine
asking
with the
you, though.
card.
I'm asking
I
you a
didn't say
question.
I was fine with
I'm
the
asking you a
card.
question.
You
if
said
if
that.
you want it by yourself, you ain't got to buy me nothing. But
Yes, and this is
but
how I would like it.
But he decided to come in.
But now,
and say, hey, baby,
serious on a serious note, it's how you like
It's
it. But
card
is
for
it
you,
really?
baby.
Is that actually the definition and what it's really about?
Well, it's really
I
about
would like, because I mean, I would like it that way too. Well, I ain't got to get nothing. Just get me something. I like it the same way. But realistically, what is Valentine's Day? What is it supposed to be about?
I mean, I love you.
Well,
You
then,
love me.
move on.
You
Oh,
said
bloody
I didn't
boy.
say it, guys. You said you was fine with a car.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not
No.
saying I'm fine
It's
with
really
it.
quite
I think
simple.
See
I think
what
you
you
moved around
done.
the topic.
You
moved
took
around
one
the
little
question.
thing out of that, and you running with it.
Ran
See, that's
No.
what you're doing.
Yeah,
You running with
I
the
didn't
card
say it.
situation.
You said that.
Hey,
No.
I ain't
I
make you
said.
say that.
I also said cologne.
I don't
Hey,
know
I
about
also
that.
said cologne. But
I
you
don't
ain't
You
know
know
got
what?
it, though.
It's a. I think. Okay. I
also
think
said
it's
a
also.
watch.
I also
I
think
also
it's
said a
a.
watch. Did I not say a watch, Smoke?
hey, show.
It's a low key psychological thing.
She
too,
ran
though.
a hall like them girl be running with their head back like
Yeah. You took the cheapest thing out of what I said and said, okay,
that.
that's what
Uh-huh.
you said you wanted. I
No,
said,
because you
I said
heavily
a watch.
emphasized.
Listen,
No,
I
no,
said a watch.
I'm emphasizing. What I'm
Hold on,
saying
Dale.
is, my
Dale.
emphasizing is,
Oh.
is which you still beating around the bush on. What is Valentine's Day for? Not,
It's for
you
you
go.
to
not in
show
your
that you
way.
love me.
It's for the women, right?
No, it ain't for the
What?
women. It's not. It's for the love.
What?
And if you
Man,
put
you better let Eno
Ladies,
talk.
man.
He talking
No,
that
Look at
talk.
if you look at the Valentine's Day, any commercial that surrounding Valentine's Day is always geared towards the women. And if I'm being honest,
right, because of
fellas,
sales, because of money, it's a selling
that
product.
too,
It's a selling pitch.
that part too. Yeah.
But now, when you sit there and look up the definition of, when you really look up the definition of it, this is about learning. Now, this ain't about what we've been fed on TV and media and stuff. It's about love. Love is a two-way street. It's not a one-way street. So you have to want to get.
Hold up. I got you, Smoke.
Go
I
ahead.
got you, Smoke.
Okay.
I typed it in. I asked, who is Valentine's Day for?
Who are you
And,
asking?
Yeah.
Everybody's favorite
definition.
AI. Everybody's favorite chat
It ain't
GPT.
just AI, Chat GPT, all of it. It's
Yeah.
not all.
It
fake.
says
We know what it means.
Valentine's Day is a celebration of love and affection
That's it.
For me.
for both men
Always,
and
always
women,
been.
not exclusively for one gender. While historically marketed with a focus on men giving gifts to women,
Absolutely.
modern
That's
inclusive
what you just
and
said right there.
algorithm.
You
Huh?
just said it right there. You can pause right there, bro.
Ain't
Back to
nothing
the
wrong.
tradition, dog. Y'all modern.
That's not
y'all-
tradition. That's
It's
not
the
tradition.
modern day man. The modern day man is the one that's saying,
Yes.
"Hey, I want some flowers." You might well.
Oh,
No.
that's
You might well
It's
say
Shower
says-
me with
sachet,
balloons.
don't
It's
nails done.
it's for
and
both
all
men and
that.
women.
I want
It's
an
for
edible
both men.
Any
arrangement.
man, right?
That's
Any
right.
man looking forward to
Oh.
Valentine's Day.
That's
Why
right.
you
I'm
putting
just
all that
saying, dog,
sassiness in
he's
that?
not
That's
a
what I'm trying to
traditional
figure out.
man.
Why is all
That's
this?
what it
granddaddy-
feel like. That's
Why
what
is all
it
this good?
feel like.
Ain't nobody saying
Look,
that. Ain't
my
nobody
granddaddy
saying
drive
that.
by.
I want to be what the women are.
Look, no.
What?
It's just saying,
Bruh,
it's just
okay.
basically saying this. Listen, we all got to learn. We can all sit up here and come up with our own thoughts and what we feel about what it is. But the definition is what the definition is. And I go by the definition. It's for both. Because I can't love. We can't have love on one side. We can't have one-sided love. Because y'all are quick
We
to say
don't
that.
have love on one
Oh,
side.
yes, you
I
are,
don't
because
think
Yeah,
you
you
don't-
do.
yes, you do.
Yeah, you
No, you're just saying the showing of it is not how you like it.
Man,
There's love on both sides.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen, Dale,
that's
if you
right.
don't show your other side any kind of love, you ain't got love.
Just because I don't show him as much as you want on one day, all of a sudden I'll love it.
Yeah, it's 364 more days.
But the sad
so
part
No,
of
that one
it
day
is,
is for the
Nah,
ladies, bro.
you-
listen,
Y'all gotta let that roll.
hold on,
man.
y'all. Hold on, y'all. You got to put a nail in this in a minute. The sad
Yeah, we do.
part, the sad part about this is that there are a lot of women who think that because they're gonna give a man some loving, that
That's
should be
all they
sufficient.
want. Oh, stinking butt.
Mm.
That should be sufficient. That means you think low of your man. That for me.
You think
But
Lord
what-
is-
if that all he
No,
requires,
but see,
if
you
that
see
all
how
he
you do that?
requires,
You see how you
No,
do that right
because-
there? You say, "Oh, okay, so now you don't want it." So it's like no,
No,
that ain't how that works.
that ain't how that works.
That is not how that works.
When you want a real deal, when people say
If
I
you
want a real
think-
relationship, that ain't how that works. Y'all know that.
If you
That
can
ain't how that
think, what is that smoke? Is that leveraging you showing me
I
love
don't know what you
by
Ball
using
trade-
sex as a
ball
leverage?
But then in the next sentence, I ain't no hoe. You just bought at your booty for.
And then if you do that, now this is my thing. If you gonna make it as a present, what comes with that then? Is
do
it gonna
you
be the
want it or
same?
not?
Hold on, no. Is it
Same
gonna be the same old.
Yes,
Just
it's
the
the same old.
Or
It's
you
gonna
gonna
be the
be?
same old.
Are you gonna? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna be somebody else? Are you role playing? Is it something I ain't never seen you do come out?
You gonna come from being
That's gonna be
L
my-
to
Nah, man,
Tanjanika?
So you need all of that?
I'm
just
just
another notch
saying,
to
no,
belt,
I
man.
ain't saying I
Another
need
day.
all of that. But I don't need you to show me that because it's Valentine's Day. You
No.
can show me that any other day.
But I wouldn't feel like I'm getting it just because it's valid. First of all, if I
That's
ain't
what you
already
are,
getting
though.
it, then we already got some issues in the relationship. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
that's the gift.
I should be getting it on a regular basis, and I'm
Thank
okay
you.
with. So if on Valentine's Day it's offered, I'm cool with that. I'm good with that.
We're not saying we're not saying we don't appreciate that, but don't make that seem like that's the gift of all gifts.
But that's
It's
not
not
how
the gift.
That's
I don't
all
take
I'm
it.
saying.
Nobody's
I'm not
saying
taking it that
that.
way though. Yeah, I definitely don't take it. That way.
Nobody
You
said
just said
You just said
you
that.
want
L.
it or not.
no, but you're complaining about. That's why I said that.
No.
No, because you said don't give it to me like it's a gift. The question does to me is in the air. Do you want it or not?
Hey,
Yes or no?
man,
So because
listen,
we ain't got to do
listen.
this.
we could go around in circles all night about this. But hey, man,
Yes.
Right.
if y'all think that Valentine's Day is for both men and women, or if you think it's just for women, leave us a comment.
In the
Because we're
comments.
very
Drop it
interested to
down
see
there, drop
what
it
the
down
world
there.
say.
Mm.
We're gonna do a
address it
poll
to-
on this. We're gonna do a poll
Right.
on this.
And address it to L only.
Yeah. Men and women, please do
Wait.
respond.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That is.
Terrible.
Well, hey y'all, but ladies again, welcome. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. So tonight's topic, we're gonna talk about something, not related to Valentine's Day, but we're gonna try to feed y'all something interesting here. And then the topic tonight is how motherly control kills the romance. So I know people trying to understand what exactly that mean. Motherly control, or it could be fatherly control. It can go both ways. You may be in a relationship where it seems like you might be dating your parent. How y'all feel about that? Y'all kind of understand what's going on. How y'all feel about it?
I know there
So
have been plenty of times where I had to look at my lady and be like, look, I'm not your child now. Don't try to handle me like that. Don't talk to me like that. Now, I mean, I don't talk to you like you my child.
Mm.
Let's talk to each other like we're adults,
Mm.
And
Okay.
and sometimes you get a little real because sometimes the late great Bernie Mac said she want to be your mother, your father,
Yeah,
your
count.
lawyer, your doctor,
Right.
your nurse, your pastor, your deacon. And sometimes I don't know if women do it on purpose, but sometimes unknowingly, subconsciously, they like to control. I mean, I'm gonna say they like to control, but they like to have their hands in everything that goes on with you. And sometimes it's warranted, and sometimes it's good because they can probably balance you with some of the decisions you might make. And sometimes we do make bad decisions, and it's okay. But then when you try to be like, listen, why you getting all these boxes? Why does Amazon keep coming for you? You know what I'm saying? You be like, wait a minute now, hold on. This ain't come out the joint account. This came out of my account. You ain't got to tell me what I can spend and not spend when it only came out of my money. You know what I'm saying? Out of the money that I got after we done paid bills. You know what I'm saying? So,
all right.
that's my take on it.
You know what? I'm you know, she being kind of hot tonight. I'm gonna let her cool off for a second. You know, what you
Yeah,
think
she
about this
over there
motherly/fatherly control? How do you feel like it kills the romance?
Well, basically, you know, in those early days or the beginning of that relationship, you got to kind of teach them how to treat you. You know what I'm saying? Like they might have treated Mr. Buddy a certain kind of way, so they feel like, you know what, this is who I am. I'm gonna talk this dude right here the same type of way. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So if you nip that thing in the bud and you check it right there at the first offense, I feel like you're good. It's only an issue when that person basically bucking the system and giving you pushback on it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, you know, once you have a couple conversations about it, hey, listen, like you said, sure, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? My dad is no longer with us. So you know, no, you're not, no, we're not gonna do that. But once you nip that in the bud, and it persists, then like I think that's when it becomes an issue. Because now you're dealing with a person who just clearly controlling. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So man, you just got to check that, like I said, at the first offense. Otherwise, it's gonna be a lifetime of pure hell.
Okay then.
Double hockey sticks.
Go ahead. Speaking
Two
of double hockey sticks over
both of
here.
them.
Ew.
What? Well, I have a question for
I like
sure.
that. I like that.
Wait a minute. No. Answer the question first.
Well, but I was piggyback on what he, you know, how he responded. But okay. Obviously,
Having a hard time with that, fellas. Y'all see that? Go ahead.
no, I'm just okay. So obviously, nobody wants to feel like they're in a relationship with their parent, or they feel like their spouse is their child, or their spouse is their mother or father. Nobody wants that. But I think sometimes women almost default to that when the spouse is not stepping up. And it's like, okay, well, if he's not going to lead, then damn it, I guess I got to do it.
Oh,
damn it, man.
You know what I love about L be on it sometimes. You be on it.
Most of the
So
time.
that's basically what I was leading to. See,
Right.
All the time.
when we say about
All the time,
motherly
that
or
is, bro.
fatherly control, we're talking about when a partner takes on as the caretaker or the managerial role constantly in a relationship. Always got to remind them, baby, take out the trash. Baby, don't forget to cut the lights off in the house. Baby, don't did you pay for the phone bill this month? Did you wash my car for me? Things like that. That's kind of like what they mean by the motherly control, is when a partner has to always be the one. It's like a one-sided relationship. It's like I'm the one that's always got to keep the ship afloat. You're just here.
So it's like you're raising a child, or you're in a relationship with a child.
Bingo.
Yeah. So yeah, with the shoe been on the other foot, yeah, that I can see where that might be an issue.
Exactly. I think L meant. Go ahead, L.
I will say too, I have seen that type of relationship, and the ones that I've seen that with, a lot of times the women don't want that role.
Correct.
But they are put into that role. They would like it where sometimes they could sit over in the passenger side and relax. But if they do that, they feel like the house is going to fall apart, or their life is going to fall, like whatever that looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And they have had conversations with their spouse. Hey, I need you to step up. Hey, I need you to lead. Okay, baby, I'm gonna do it. I'm
gonna throw this on you. What was their tone when they said that?
Well, that was gonna be my question to show, was tone. Did he have more of an issue with tone or what was being said? So if we're talking about the packages, could it be, oh, hey, baby, why you get so many packages? Or is it because she said, why you get all these packages? Which one is it?
It's either one of them.
So the fact that you
questioning
that boy right,
you know what I'm saying? Because once again, if the bills are paid, we're not lacking, and I decide to buy me something. I'm kind of like, I like knickknacks too. I like to buy stuff. So if I've already taken care of what need to be taken care of in the household, what is if I get me a hat, or I might get me some shoes that I saw that I like? You know what I'm saying? Why is that a question for that? Because
Well,
of
it
everything we've had to take care of, if we've already went through the bills, and the mortgage is paid, the lights are paid, our cell phones are paid, card notes good, all of that.
Yeah.
Everything is good. We got groceries. We're not lacking for anything. But as soon as I get something, whether you said it one way or the other, why is there a question? Because if I'm not mistaken, you got a package sitting right next to mine.
But
That I ain't question. That I ain't question.
But why couldn't just be her be inquisitive? Why can't it just be that?
I mean,
Well,
I can't ask you, hey, what you got today? Let me show you what I got. Let me see you in your new
No,
hat.
well,
that's how you
there's
spell
Why is
that
that a
first
problem?
name.
yeah, like you said, I think tone is very important, and sometimes why ask? It might be a surprise for you.
It could be, and it's been that before. It's been that before, and the mouth dropped. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, fellas, when that happened, it was, there you go again. Order something else from Amazon. I said, you know what? Here, you open it. And when she opened it, she was like, oh, yeah.
Tables turned quickly.
Yeah.
Tables turned, Charlie Murphy.
Listen, don't we got everything taken care of? Now, yeah, if you're a dude who's not taking care of your business, but you got this stuff coming in that has nothing to do with the most important things that need to be done in the home, then you question that. You know what I'm saying?
So do y'all feel like this control can kill, masculinity or feminine in the relationship, like change it, might, fuel the attraction?
It can.
Yeah.
Because if someone if, let's just say we talk about a married couple and the woman is taking on the managerial role of the relationship.
All right.
All of a sudden, she might not feel attracted to her partner. She might not see him in that light where she wants to be intimate, where she wants to be touched. Like, that's a turnoff for her. So it can absolutely affect it. And then on the other side too, if a man feels like a woman is being his mom and nagging all the time and yang, 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 he could feel turned off. So it definitely can have an effect on the relationship.
I've always said this, and I've said this to a lot of females that I've talked to about certain things like this. Pay attention to the man that you choose. If you choose a man and he's never had his own place at some time in his life, and things happen, they might go back home. But if he's never had to be in a situation where he had to take care of his business, and he's still living at home with mama, he never left mama's house, you might want to rethink that one. Now, I'm not saying he's not a good loving man or nothing like that.
Oh, but is that reverse for women? What about the women? Because I've known women who ain't never left home either.
But it's like a double standard though. Like it seems like it's okay when the women do it, but when the dudes do it,
correct. But you know why it's a double standard though? You know why it's a double standard? Because it's already mandated that the man's supposed to take care of the woman anyway. He's supposed to provide for the woman. He's supposed to be the one that's handling the business in the home, right?
So why it's not a turn? So why you don't think it's a turn off to the man?
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying what I'm saying is society has put on that the man is supposed to be the one that is the breadwinner, even though we know women are making the bread too. But the man is supposed to be in a position to where he can make those decisions to where they go as a couple, right? But a lot of times, unfortunately, our ladies feel like there's not enough men out there to choose from. So sometimes, let's be honest, they settle.
So now, is there a possibility that y'all think motherly control or fatherly control, of course, can cause the partner who's being controlled to unconsciously or start reverting back to childlike state, you know, losing their independence.
Because that's what he's used to. If he
and their competence.
and that goes to the point I was just about to make about the man who was still living with his mama. He's used to that. He's used to, you know, he don't have to pay that many bills. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, he'll pay a light bill here and there. Might put a couple groceries in there, but is he taking on all the bills? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't know what it is, what it takes to take on those responsibilities, especially if he doesn't have a father in his life, right?
Right.
He used to seeing a woman taking on those responsibilities. So unknowingly, that's the expectation he have a lot of times when he get in a relationship with a woman. He's expecting her, hey, you know how to do this, you can handle it. You know what I'm saying? I just give you my check. Smoke, how many people we know that's willing to give their check? Now, I do it, you know, I give money so she can handle the bills. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of guys who don't even give the money.
I understand. So, is there so do y'all feel like maybe it's possibly an emotional burnout can occur?
Oh yeah, of course.
Mm.
If she feel like she putting all the energy into making this thing run, and all he do when he come on, he kick off them boots, he go straight to that TV and cut that video game on.
Yeah,
she gonna look at him like he crazy.
Yeah, and then I've been told now. I've known some couples too in the past where they had this type of relationship that we're talking about, and it's funny because when the guy come talk to me about it, he'll say to me, "Man, my wife's smothering the hell out of me, man. I mean, just emasculating me." And I kind of look at him because I kind of know what the lifestyle is. I'm just like, well, dude, you gotta kind of. I don't be wanting to like insult you, but like you gotta step up. You don't.
Get
she gotta tell you. She gotta tell you when to cut the grass. She gotta tell you when the cars are dirty.
Yeah, it's
pick
a
up
dangerous place to be
yourself.
because when she lose that respect, I think that introduces a lot of other negative things into the relationship. Like she'll start looking at outside the relationship for that feeling that she wants to get from home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that could turn to a very dangerous situation. You know what I'm saying? That could be the beginning of the end. So yeah, that you gotta be careful with that.
Absolutely.
And then I've seen it on the other spectrum where you have the man doing everything. He's paying the bills. He's making the money. He's taking care of the house. But what happens when she doesn't want to play that wife role or that spouse role or that girlfriend role? You know, she's not giving him love and she doesn't cook for him or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
But that goes back to what you were saying, be mindful of the partner you pick. That goes for, men, women as well. But I wanted to make a point too. I've had women tell me that if reincarnation is real, they would like to come back as a husband or a father. Because the amount of responsibility that the mother or the wife has is greater than what the man has. I've had women tell me that if I could come back as just being just the husband, well, I ain't got to do nothing, or the dad, where all he got to do is be the recreational parent who plays with the kids and then send them on back.
Well, hold on. Wow. Okay, so can you go a little deeper with that? When you say that the mother's responsibility is more than the man's, explain that to me.
And I'm not saying this is for every relationship. I'm saying the women that have talked to me about it, they feel that they shoulder more of the responsibility when it comes to child rearing, when it comes to managing the house. They've asked their spouses, to step up. They step up for a couple of weeks because she's fussed about it, but then they go right back.
Well, I think that's a slippery slope, though. It depends. It depends on when you're talking about dealing with children, right? And it's something I've learned. Sometimes everybody wasn't raised the same way. So when a man is trying to raise a child, I'm not saying it's correct if he's raising the way he was being raised, but you have a man. Let's say a man and a woman have a son, right? Let's use that one first. Say a man and a woman has a son, and she might feel that he's being too rough with him, and a lot of time a man knows that young men has to have a thick skin when they get into this real world, because I know women deal with adversity, like when it comes to making money the same as a man, or being even considered for a high position like a man would be, regardless of the credentials that each one have. But a man sometimes deal with scrutiny on what his background is, does he have education or anything like that. But I get what you're saying when you say it's harder for the woman because she deals with a lot more. Because if you're raising a child, but then you got a grown man that you kind of raising like a child too, or you dealing with like he's a child too, yeah, that can be rough, right? But I've seen where women have told this man, no, don't do that. Try to control how he disciplined the child.
Bingo.
You know what I mean?
I've witnessed that.
Yeah, and I've seen that. So when you're saying that women are carrying the burden of the dealing with the children, sometimes you gotta let that man, as long as he's not breaking arms and leaving bruises, or whatever, whether he chastising him with the tongue or whatever, sometimes you gotta let him go. Now, raising daughters, it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times the man is weaker with the daughter than the mother is with the daughter. You know what I'm saying? The mother is hard on the daughter than she is with the son. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but I guess we're kind of going far off we're talking about child raising now. We gotta get back to the subject, really. So would you go ahead and finish it up there, the show?
No, I'm done.
You start talking about raising kids and stuff. Right?
Well, no, I think
she brought up the fact that
I brought it up because it was just part of the managerial things that a lot of times women feel like they take on. They have to, they go to work, they manage the house, they manage the children, and that can cause burnout. And I said earlier, a lot of women don't want all of that, but they end up taking on all of that.
Well, you know what, too? Could you also say they also like to do that too, because they want to be in control, to have it their way?
That's the point I was getting with. That's the point I was getting with
it's the old saying is being careful what you ask for. A lot of times, and it's a couple of couples I know, I'm not saying names or nothing, but they'll say one thing, but they really mean the other thing. I want control, but I want control on my terms.
Correct.
Give me an example.
What Show said earlier about disciplining the kids. You go try to tell me how to discipline the kids. So if I sit back and go, you know what, I'm gonna let you have it then. Then the next minute is, oh, he the fun parent. I got to be the bad parent. You want control of that.
Right. And that's the point I was trying to make. That's the point I was trying to get to. Either you want him involved in how to discipline a child. I mean, because I've seen it. I've seen where a man was trying to discipline his son, and she was like, you can't do that.
Yeah, because they are couples where one of the people are just constant. It's just what they do, which is most people refer to as bossy and controlling. It's just constant mothering to the point where one of the partners just gonna be like, you know what, it ain't bothering me that much. I'll let them have it until they complain and say, you don't ever help me out with anything. Well, you always take it out.
They win.
But then, like, if I say, hey, I want you to help me get little JoJo ready for school in the morning, right? And you say, bet, okay. But then he come out with some Crocs, a doggone
In the
turtleneck
wintertime, right?
and
That's how
some
they
Bermuda
dress now.
shorts on
That's how they
with a
dress
straw
now.
hat. He ready for school? What?
Mm. No, that's
Okay.
how
I
they
don't know about the
dress.
straw
That's
hat.
how.
I don't know
That's
about the
how.
straw
Yeah, I'm
hat.
not gonna let
Yeah,
mine dress
you
that way.
really
But I
went
feel you.
extreme on that one, L. That ain't
Well,
fair.
no,
Let's
but
get
I
realistic
mean, but
with
I've
that.
seen, I have
Yeah, ain't no
seen.
lies being
There's
told.
some things online when people say, "Look how my husband sent my daughter to school today. She got
Well,
on
I mean
a
that
swimsuit
see
and some gym shorts."
now how many men
Damn.
how many men you know how to grease that scalp and put them ponytails with the
And them
berets
berets.
on their head.
Mm,
We
ain't
don't
doing.
know how to do that.
No, but I guess what I'm saying is that's why a lot of women say, you know what, just let me do it, and that keeps
But
going
beret, but
on
wait a
and
minute,
on and
but
on.
berets and braids ain't got nothing to do with putting on some clothes, making sure their teeth are
Yeah,
brushed,
right,
face
right.
washed.
That,
That
no,
ain't got nothing to do with it.
but getting dressed is a part of getting ready for the day. If I ask you, help me get little JoJo ready, that's a part of it. But then
Right.
you gonna put this on, and it's like, you know what? Never mind.
Well, see,
I do it.
usually mothers, they always have, look, I got little JoJo's clothes ready for the week, and they got in the little closet with these little bands that say Monday.
Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, we need
Yep.
that. We need
See-
as
see-
men. We need that.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, have
So,
to
but
organize.
then,
I'm not that organized.
By
I'm
that
gonna need
logic,
that.
I might as well do it myself. By that
But see,
no,
but see,
no, no,
but
no,
see,
no.
that we
That's
can't have
no,
it both
here's-
ways now.
See, that's what
Here's
I'm
Monday,
saying.
here's Tuesday, here's man.
That's what it takes. That's
Look.
what it takes.
And I feel like sometimes y'all sabotage that so that we won't ask you to do it. You mess it up so that we won't ask you to do that. No
Okay,
more.
so that might be a fact too, but don't y'all do some stuff like
I don't know nothing about that. What are you talking about?
Okay.
all right,
Yeah, you don't never know nothing about that. Apparently.
He got to give it his I don't know.
You don't never know nothing about
That
it.
occasional
all
headache.
right, so now look, we're going to get a little deeper in this.
Say it again, you know.
That
Say it again,
occasional
you know.
headache.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Babe, I
Speaking
got
of-
headaches.
I didn't hear what he said. What did he say?
I said the occasional headache.
Oh.
Woo, speaking of headaches.
Yes,
Funny you
sir.
say that, Mike. All right, so look here. Y'all did say something about headaches. I just heard headaches. Now we're gonna get into a little deeper into this thing here about the control, and we're gonna talk about the interference with boundaries. Mother-in-laws. Woo! When they
can be
know
abusive, Bert.
Well, I got some stories about that. Okay.
them
go ahead.
in-laws, I'm gonna say not just mother, but we just say in-laws, period. Because it's
Yeah.
on both sides. Boy, it
Yeah.
seems like when
I
you
can't
got
speak
that,
on that.
it's been like when you got that bossy person that come in your relationship, they parent is not one of the parents is normally bossy too. And they coming into town, they coming to visit.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all feel like in-laws can sabotage the autonomy of the relationship?
Yes.
Create a sense of a triangulation
Yes.
where the third party has way more influence
Mm.
than the partner.
Yes.
Me too.
They try.
They try real good.
They
Succeed.
try.
Oh man.
They try to put that wedge between you and your partner, but you got to be strong
Ooh,
to deal
gotta
with
be
it.
strong with it because they come in, they make these comments about you let Show walk around like that in the house.
Oh Lord.
Smoke. You let Elle just look like that in the house all day and she don't even require her to cook or just sweep the floor or nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, them in-laws can come in and mess up
Mhm.
some things, right? What'd you say, Elle? You know?
Coming in, rubbing up under the lampshade. Telling, hey, she'll never dust
Right.
it.
Your old lady don't clean
I
up
just
behind you,
dusted.
boy. Be like old Mister. Or old Mr. Daddy. You go just let her sit at your table and talk about you like that. That's the because see, Mr. was a controlling man, correct? He was controlled.
Mhm.
Daddy was too, apparently, because he came in dictating to him how he's supposed to be controlling his wife, which was Celie at the time. So the question is now, what are some ways you can interfere that you can kind of like avoid that overstepping of the boundaries with the in-laws of a controlling
Check 'em.
romance?
Check 'em. Go on and get it out the way.
Seriously,
Check 'em.
seriously, man.
Like I'm
Seriously,
man,
you
look,
got to figure out a way to just go on here and say something.
yeah,
Okay,
ain't
so
right. Hey,
so if you can't do it, can we find a respectful way to do it, and will it be effective?
Like Eddie Murphy said on Raw, this is my house. That's what I'm talking about. I let him know. Hey, listen, with all due respect, hey,
Don't talk to mama like
this
that.
is my house, and this is, we do things a certain way. No disrespect to how you did things over there. But one thing I'm not gonna do is let nobody come to my house and control and run my house, bro. I don't give a damn if she's grandmama.
Elsie,
I'll
you
cuss
gonna
her
let,
ass out.
you gonna let this man?
But you know what though? I'm gonna say something.
Yes, sir.
Smoking there. I've seen a situation where the man just felt like his woman should just respect the in-law, regardless of how the in-law act.
Absolutely, that's just how they are. That's who they are. They old.
And what's unfortunate about that is, really, the in-law supposed to be respecting the spouse. Your spouse, because the Bible says you got to leave and cleave and become one, right? So some in-laws have a hard time with being second place, with being second to the spouse that comes in. And they do, sometimes they figure out, but they try to do everything they can, boy. Everything. Just calling you and hey, can you come over here and change the station for me and stuff like that? Well, what? Change the station? You know what I'm saying? What you mean? What you doing? So me and my lady out eating. How long you gonna be out eating? I need you to come by here. I need you to do something. I'm on a date.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I've seen it, bro. I've seen it, and it's like, then they hit you with the guilt trip. He told me one time. He said she told him, "Oh, you just don't care about me no more. You just, I'm your mama. I'm first."
Damn.
Really?
Yeah. That bossiness, I'm telling you, that control the kid.
In-law stuff is something serious, man.
Something serious, man. If you don't get control of it as well as the rest of the things. So here's another question for y'all. So, what are some of the steps to break this cycle? What can we do to break this cycle if you are in this type of cycle? My answer would be just let's acknowledge that I'm slipping. And not that I'm slipping the role, in my role. I mean, that's all I ever say is acknowledge where I'm slipping at.
Yeah, it takes a strong person to be able to do
It takes
that.
a strong person to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Earl. I don't mean to cut you.
No, I was going to make sure I had clarification. So you're going back to the topic of the motherly thing, right?
Well, breaking the cycle, because some people are still. There's some people that I know they're still stuck in this cycle. It's like they don't know how to get out of it, and nobody's ever. I think as people, we don't want to hurt people's feelings, especially our friends or love. We don't really want to hurt their feelings, so we have to be, as we say, careful about how we address people. Because in my world, my motto is, which Show already know how I go. If he asks me a question, something like that, I'm gonna ask him, you want the truth or you want the truth? And some people don't really want that truth. The second truth, which is raw and just straight up honest. Sometimes people like artificial flavors and sugar and all kinds of stuff in that truth. And when people ask me that type of question, I always ask them, look, man, you want the truth or do you want the truth?
Well, if I tell you that you're slipping, right? I just want to make sure that, number one is being acknowledged, but also there's a change, and the change is ongoing, because it is so habitual of us to fall back into areas that we're just comfortable with. So again, women say, hey, I need you to help with X, Y, and Z. And you do it for 2 weeks. And all of a sudden it's back again. And then if I have to say it again, now you feel like I'm nagging. So it's like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's like that light bulb in the garage, right?
Right.
Yeah.
All roads lead back.
Well,
I think you should.
I'm not gonna do you like that, L. I'm not gonna do
Okay,
you like that.
but you know, L do have a point though. But I would say what you're saying basically is you just want to shift the nurturing energy. But how do you shift that nurturing energy into a positive thing, like replacing your controlling behaviors? You know, allow your partner to have the space to lead and maybe show something he or she has responsibility.
Oh, that's hard because if I step back and say, okay, you got it,
Mm-hmm.
that could be to the detriment of what we got going on. Like if I say, okay, I want you to control all the money. I want you to pay all the bills. I want you to do all of that stuff, right? I don't want to have to remind you. But then if I don't remind you, lights being cut off.
Or the garage bulb is still out.
Oh,
Go ahead.
really?
You know, sometimes I think a relationship, and Ed, I'm not saying that you would say this, but if any woman, and when we talk about what is being said or how it's being said,
Mm-hmm.
if it's you always saying, this is what I want you to do,
Yes,
that's that control.
that's that control.
What you need to, what should be said is, you know, I really need for us to work together. And this is what I would like to see come from your side of what we do in this relationship.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
But you always said,
Mhm.
look, I want you to I want you to do this, and this. It's like you're telling him you have no other way to go but do what I need you to do. Or to do what I want you to do.
I get
You know what I'm
that.
saying?
And that's me checking the tone. I understand that.
Correct.
But if I come at you that way and it still does not get done, what am I left with?
Well, that's the same thing as a man trying to express himself in a relationship and he comes with the monotone and it doesn't get heard. It's the same way how you feel. You have to express what you need, what you want him to do. It's the same way he's trying to express what he feels. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So now,
So
we're
it
at
is
an
a tone
impasse.
thing. Huh?
So we're at an impasse. So what do we do? I guess is the question. How do we
You
handle
have to
that?
pay attention to each other. You have to. You can't brush off each other's thoughts in a relationship. You have to, you know. First of all, like we always say, y'all, what's the famous word we say every time we had this conversation? Start with C.
Communication.
Communicate.
Keyword to everything.
When you begin a relationship with someone and you're noticing that it possibly gonna go further than you thought it would, you have to lay everything on the table of your expectations of how this thing gonna work.
Mhm.
But if you go in it and you in that honeymoon stage and all you waiting on is that little ring that you picked out, and you ready to tell all your friends, look, y'all, I'm married, but you ain't did no homework on whether he is capable of taking care of business, providing, being that man you need him to be. All you worried about is making it to that aisle. You know, and a lot of women do that. They want to get married so bad that they overlook a lot of the signs. A man gonna give you the signs. Listen, a man is gonna give you the signs of what he's capable of and what he is not capable of.
And
he's gonna show you that he's not ready for marriage. He's gonna show you that he's not ready for those type of responsibilities. But sometimes we overlook. Even men do it.
I was gonna say it too. Because you go hard on the women now.
What? Men do it too. You go hard on the men.
No, I'm more fair about it.
I'm just saying, it does go both ways because a man be so consumed with how good she look. He don't even know if she can boil hot dogs or not.
How she make me feel in the bed, like all of that stuff.
And then he complaining about, man, she can't, man, she don't even cook, dog.
But she bossy as hell. She controlling as hell.
But she bossy. But she don't want to go to Cheesecake Factory. You know, Cheesecake Factory beneath her all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? So they go both ways. They go both ways. You know, we have to pay attention to each other. You really have to look at who you sitting across. And you trying to decide whether you gonna go the next step with them or not. Is she just gonna be a booty call?
Mm.
She gonna be someone you call all the time, every day.
Okay, but what about if she shows controlling ways before you get married, and then you still hold on a second, hold on, and then you still marry her?
That's on
Right?
you.
That's his fault.
That's on you, right?
Yeah,
Facts,
that's his fault.
100%.
If she showed some things,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's his fault.
You should have checked them red flags at the door, man.
Yeah, but also people do change. Not a lot, but some people do. It is a possibility people can change. I got to leave that option out there, but it's a slim chance. But it's a risk. It's a risk to take.
Slim to none. But go ahead.
Right. But I would just say if you are in this situation, you should seek some help. Maybe y'all could sit down and again, as we say, the keyword, communicate. Unpack some. Some deep-seated little issues that you may have within yourself, within the relationship, and see if y'all can resolve these. You may need to get professional help, to be honest. But these kind of things will help.
Yeah, I mean, man, it's important, man. And you know why you're dating. You don't have to talk about it on every date, but every once in a while, throw a little nugget out there or something that you want to know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you had to have this conversation in one sitting.
Tastes great.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, a lot of people just get married for the sake to say they married, and then they realize that they're in a bad place.
Yeah,
they're in a bad place.
Exactly.
And don't nobody want to put work towards it no more. Or how can we make this work? Because you change. The older you get, the more you change.
The more you change,
you settle in your ways,
change and everything.
And you got some men out there that's stubborn enough to not want to change who they are, and you got women the same way. But at some point, when you see your relationship coming to a plateau, hold up, we gotta see how we can make this thing elevate a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was a good topic, y'all. Like I said, these are some of the things that we have discussed with y'all. Maybe, possibly, hopefully, we can help some people that's in this situation. But now, I don't know if we have one this week. Do we have a shut them down?
Man, look here, bro.
Okay, then it's time.
So much out there, man. I'm gonna go with one, but
hold on. Then let me give you intro. It's time for Shut 'em Down Show.
Shut them down. 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 Shut them down.
What's up, y'all? Man, this Shut 'em Down Show. Man, listen, y'all. I've been going back and forth all day on what should I talk about. So this is what I'm gonna choose today. I'm gonna choose James Pierce Jr. situation. The Atlanta Falcons, the rookie Atlanta Falcons defensive end, who just might have ended his career because of bad decisions. It's unfortunate. He's a young brother. He's 22 years old. I pray and hope that he can come out of this, but the charges he have, y'all, they ain't looking good. That's all I can say. It's alleged. They said that he first they say he hit his girlfriend car. He hit her with his car to stop her from going to the police. And we don't know if he parked in front of her to block her or if he really hit her, so they haven't showed no pictures of the vehicles yet. Then you turn around, they said that he hit a police officer with the car. And then he resisted arrest. And man, it's like this is a bad situation for this young man who has so much potential. So all I got to say about this, man, is, man, we got to pray for this young brother. Hope he come out on the other side of it and maybe continue his career later on. But is he gonna do it with the Falcons? I don't know.
Probably not. Ain't looking good, bro.
It's unfortunate, man, because I used to always talk to my friends about, man, Arthur Blank does not allow them to pick draft players with an edge. We draft one. Now we see why. It's unfortunate, man. But listen, man, I'm gonna leave it at that. We're gonna shut it down on that one, man. Hey, man, pray for that brother. Hopefully some of the people in the NFL or some of his teammates reach out to that young man and come around with him, you know, gather around him and hold him up strong and help him get through whatever issues that he might have. And, you know, he's going to need some counseling. So y'all just keep that man lifted up in prayer. That's my shut him down.
All right. I don't think he need any of that. He just needs his ass whooped. That's what it is. That's just bottom line of that. I mean, some of that stuff might affect, you know, help out, but his big old ass need an ass whoop.
I mean, man, you can't really say that, man, because you don't know. You know what I've learned in education and dealing with young men, and a lot of people don't have it. You got to have empathy for people, and sometimes we don't know what their life was like growing up. Yeah, all we see is someone who went D1 school. Now he's in the NFL making millions of dollars, but we don't know what his life is like off the field. See, sometimes that on the field, that could be their sanctuary and that make them be at peace, but their life might be chaos off of that field.
Yeah, I get that. No, but
we don't know what that is. You know, I think we have to be slow to judge that he made. You know, I mean, he made a bad decision, bro, and hopefully he learned from it. And we just have to, you know, we have to be prayerful that he learns from it. That's that, you know, and that's the bottom line. I mean, you can say he need a whooping and all that, okay?
Yeah, he need a whooping because if I was Daddy Jackson, that's exactly what he had to get from me. I'm just being honest. If that was my daughter and you did my daughter like that, I got a huge problem with you. I understand what you're saying on your perspective, Smoke, but I'm just saying from a daddy's perspective, that was my baby girl. I want your ass.
I mean, you looking at putting him in a situation himself. The police have him. You gotta let them handle it. You gotta let the law handle it the way it is, and hopefully she never goes back to him or never put herself in a position to deal with him again.
Absolutely. But yep, that's just my feelings about it. Need his ass whoop. That's all. Give him a good ass whoop. Good old country ass whooping. That's all he needs.
Yeah,
that's it.
Facts.
Yeah, you don't do nothing. Yeah, he must have been on drugs. He must have been on something for him to carry on the way. I saw the video myself.
Nah, he wasn't on no drugs. He didn't have no substances.
Road rage, something.
Mm-mm.
God, this dude really tried to run her off the road. She was trying to drive to the police station. He was ramming her to keep her from going to the police station. A whole lot of stuff was going on, man.
I mean, because he has
some mental stuff up here, man.
Of course, but that's what I'm saying. He has a history. He has a history of anger problems. It was said when he was drafted. It was said when he was drafted. He's supposed to be the top 10 pick, but that's why he dropped all the way down to the bottom of the first round, because he had the teams that were looking at him knew that he had off the field issues.
So the Falcons finally went for a knucklehead,
and the Falcons took a chance on him.
Dang, man, see that? Now
but if it wouldn't have been the Falcons, it would have been somebody else. It don't matter. The fact is that he didn't get the proper treatment that he should have got when they drafted him. If you knew he had problems, I think sometimes teams need to take that into account. You know what? Let's talk to this young man and say, hey, we're going to give you a chance, but this is what we need you to do. This is what I've learned from your college team that you know, who knows if he might have had domestic issues with her at Tennessee, because they dated at Tennessee.
Yeah, I heard that.
You know what I'm saying? And she probably was like, you know, enough is enough. You don't know if he was jealous, if he had a jealous rage or whatever, but regardless of the fact, a lot of our young people need a support system that's going to help them navigate through life. Yeah. And a lot of them don't have that because they don't know what that is at their home.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
A lot of them didn't have a mother and father. And see, I had to learn that real quick, because I used to be like other educators. man, what are they doing with him at home? Okay, first of all, his mother might be only 13 or 14 years older than him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she don't have a male that'll help her raise this young man. And now he's bigger than her. So her only thing is to put him in sports, to keep him busy. But we never dealt with the mental problems that he has. Because he has abandonment issues. And that's clearly what James Pierce had, because she was leaving him. That's clearly what he has.
Maybe he was strong.
The man, listen. Hey, if y'all want to leave a comment, man, leave a comment. Hit the like and subscribe button.
Ricky got that rocket love.
James Pierce situation. I can't with smoke.
Oh, sorry, man. I'm just saying, it must be a little bit of. All right, but thank y'all for joining us in the hangout this week. As I say, happy Valentine's Day. Anybody else want to say their pleasantries, goodbyes, whatever, before we sign off?
Hey, we will on the next shutdown. I know it might be a little old, it's about a week old, but we're gonna talk about this Bad Bunny thing. We got to talk about that.
We'll put that down now.
That's why I say it was so much out there, man. I ain't know what to touch on, but
that's your topic next week, y'all. Bad Bunny. Elle, what you got?
Bunny.
Anything else?
No, just happy Valentine's Day for everybody.
All right then.
I'll say,
hey fellas. Oh, go ahead.
I'll say real quick. Valentine's Day is for the couples. The gifts are for the ladies. Go ahead,
fellas. Don't let her come in there with just no bow on talking about who your gift is.
See y'all.
What you say?
Don't take it. Don't take it.
Thank y'all for hanging out with us. No Pod Just Cast, man. See y'all next week. Wednesday.
Bye.
Every Wednesday.